Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing how to cornrow braid your hair. This is something that I don't really do a lot with my hair. Number one, just because I think that twisting is a lot more gentle. I tend to lose less hair when I twist, less hair gets caught, and I get less frustrated, and it doesn't take as long. But with that being said, there's a couple of styles that I want to try out, and so I figured it was about time that I finally just sucked it up and teach myself how to properly cornrow. I could always cornrow on my daughter's hair for some reason, but just doing it on myself was always such a struggle. Just take my word for it for somebody who also struggles with cornrowing. Continue trying, practice makes perfect, and you will get it. It just takes a little bit of muscle memory with your fingers, but once your fingers get it, it's just like it just keeps going. So, yay, I feel so accomplished. I'm going to be doing these really cute cornrow braids on our natural hair. I just did two. This one's like a little weird. Something's going on here. I think this braid has more hair than this one because this one's acting a little weird, but it's all good. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoy this video. I hope that it helps, and I'll see you after. Bye. Okay, so before we get to the hair, I really want to break down this cornrow method. I know it can be a bit overwhelming trying to learn while looking at a bunch of hairs, so I'm going to first show you how to do this using yarn. And I've color-coded it so you can clearly see each section. So you're going to start with 3 small sections of hair: a left, a middle, and a right section. Now you can start with either the left or right section first, whatever feels good to you. I'm starting with my right section. I'm going to grab it with my finger and pull it underneath the middle section. You always pull your sections underneath each other, not over. Okay, now I'm going to grab the opposite side, the left section, and I'm going to use my finger to pull that underneath the middle section. Now just repeat the process. Grab the right side with your finger and pull it underneath the middle. Then grab the left side with your finger and pull it underneath the middle. And that is your basic cornrow rotation. Just keep pulling one side at a time underneath your middle section. So keep going. Right, underneath, left, underneath, right, underneath, left, underneath. Okay, so now we have the pattern down. An important part of cornrowing your hair is adding hair into the braid as you move down. So we're going to braid the yarn again, but this time we're going to add that gray yarn in the back so you can see how that looks. So starting with our 3 sections, I use my finger to grab the right section and bring it underneath the middle, grab the left section and bring it underneath the middle, and again. Now we start adding the hair. I use my finger to grab the right section and a bit of that hair behind it, and then pull it all underneath the middle. Again, use my finger to grab the left section and some hair behind it, and pull it underneath the middle. Now repeat. Grab the right section and more hair behind, pull that underneath the middle, grab the left section and more hair behind, and pull that underneath the middle. So you're always going to be doing this clawing motion with your 2 pointer fingers, back and forth, grabbing hair from each side to pull underneath your middle section. So one more time, just showing you that clawing motion in real time. This is how it should look and feel as you're braiding underneath and adding in hair. Just imagine my fingers grabbing in hair from the sides. And don't worry too much about how you hold the hair while braiding. Just focus on bringing one side at a time underneath that middle section. And eventually you'll start holding your hair more naturally as your muscle memory strengthens. Okay, so you guys ready? We're going to do this on hair now. So split your hair into 2 sections, and I already have the first braid done, so now I'm going to get my next side ready to braid. And I'm braiding today on stretched dry hair. You can do this on wet or dry hair, but it's easiest for me to show you and easiest for you guys to see what I'm doing if my hair is stretched and dry. Either way, just make sure you're doing this on completely detangled hair. Alright, so I'm going to be slicking my hair back with gel, but first, I'm grabbing a bit of my Jamaican black castor oil to act as a barrier between my hair and the gel that can get drying. And it's also great for your edges. So applying that to my hair near my part, and gently working it into my edges. And you can use whatever is left over for your ends as well. I'm using Eco Styler as my gel. This is a professional hold gel that I got at a hair event, but I didn't notice any difference between this professional gel and the regular Eco Styler. So just use what you have. I was actually a little bummed because I didn't want it to revert my hair, but of course it's water-based, so it did. Womp. So only applying this to my part and my edges. Grabbing my boar bristle brush and gently brushing my hair back along my edges and the hair next to the parts just to give it a smoother look. And if anyone knows of a good gel that's soft and doesn't revert your hair, please let me know in the comments. Thanks. Next, grabbing a bit of argan oil and adding that to my hair to help nourish it while it's in the braids. And a bit more so my fingers are nice and slippery so they can glide through my hair while braiding. Okay, so here we go. First, position your hands so that they're comfortable. What I always do is the hand that's closest to the side I'm braiding stays in the front, and the hand that's farthest, I relax on top of my head. So on the other side, it would look like this. Alright, so remember that pattern that we did with the yarn, okay? Grabbing our 3 sections, a left, middle, and right, grab the hair close to the root for a tighter braid. And remember, we always go underneath the middle. So grab the left section and pull it underneath the middle. Grab the right section, pull it underneath the middle. And after one pass, I begin adding hair into the braid. So bringing my finger underneath the middle again, grabbing the left section, and a bit more hair from below. And you just want to make sure you're not pulling your hair out. So I always make sure it's a nice and clean section. So take your time with this. And then bring it underneath to the middle. Now again to the opposite side. Grab the side section, grab some hair from the base, and then bring it underneath to the middle. Now just keep alternating sides, grabbing hair from the base, and pulling it underneath to the middle. And this can definitely be a slow process, especially when you're just learning, but just stay focused. It's really separating the hair into clean sections as you pull it through that takes up most of your time, which is why it's so important to make sure that your hair is detangled prior to braiding. And if you look closely, you can see that clawing motion with the fingers, and the braid is starting to form. Now when you get to the back of your head, you may start to feel your edges being pulled a little tight. I really don't like that feeling, so I'll usually stop here for a second and pull up at the braid, tugging it forward a bit to loosen the hair and relieve my edges. We want to give our edges a little space to breathe so we don't lose them. So just stop every now and then when you feel the need to loosen up that braid a little bit and give your edges a break. Now, when there's no more sections of hair to add from the base, just keep braiding downward. And you can also switch the braid over to the front to give your arms a little rest. Now this is the easy part, just keep braiding down like normal. And the layers in my hair are a little bit choppy right now, so I have to make sure to hide that while braiding. But give it a little twirl at the ends, and you're done. Now, like I mentioned, I have a lot of uneven layers, so the braid isn't perfect, but that's it. Your beautiful cornrow braid. Now cleaning up my edges a bit. I have this wonky one here. I don't know. I feel like we have uneven hair distribution going on here or whatever. Anyway, you get the point. If you've ever struggled with cornrowing, give it another try. I promise that if you stick with it and keep trying, you will teach yourself how to do this. If I can do it, so can you. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that it helps, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. If you missed my last video, I was sharing with you guys all the things that were happening that were affecting my health and my hair's health. If you guys are finding out that your hair might be breaking or falling out, or if you feel like your hair isn't growing, I gave you a couple of reasons as to why that could be happening. So if you guys are having those issues and you want to hear more, or you just want to hear more about what I've been going through, you can click the link on top. And if you guys are into daily vlogs, you can click the link on the bottom and come hang out with me and the family. Alright guys, I'll see you there.